Hi, my name is Kenzie Lawrence, and I chose to discuss Case 2-5, Gateway Hospital, a Giving Voice to Values case. So, a little overview of the case. Troy and Kristen work for Gateway Hospital. It is located in St. Louis, Missouri, and together they have to attend a conference in Orlando, Florida. It just happens that at the same time of this trip, it is Troy's kids' spring break. So he decides to bring the entire family on this trip to Florida so they can go to Disney World and have a little vacation. Because of this, Troy decides to submit 3 extra meals and 1 extra night at the hotel when he submits his business expense report. After this has happened and they have returned from their trip, Kristen is confronted by Joyce, who is the head of accounting, and she asks about Troy's expenses. Kristen is placed in a difficult situation in how to respond to Joyce. She has a couple things to consider. The first question is, what are the main arguments you feel Troy will make and reasons and rationalizations you need to address? Troy may feel that he is continually traveling and missing family time that he will never be able to get back. So he finally was given this opportunity to spend some time with his family, and the main reason for this trip was for business, so business should pay for it. He also may feel that with the company policies and how they reimburse their employees, that the amount he would be given wouldn't fully cover the costs of the trip anyways. Next, he might also feel that the amount he is asking for isn't really significant, and so it probably won't even be noticed, especially because his boss is known for not truly carefully examining the reports before signing them. The next question is, what is at stake for the key parties in this situation? I determined that there are 3 main parties: Troy, Kristen, and Gateway Hospital. So first, what is at stake for Troy? He could potentially lose his job, and that's at one side of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, he could possibly be getting extra money to help cover the costs of his family vacation. Or maybe it will just be somewhere in between. He might not lose his job, but he might not get the extra money. But his reputation is still on the line. So what is at stake for Kristen? Her integrity is being questioned. She needs to consider what would happen if Gateway found out the truth. Depending what she says and they find out the truth, will she feel guilty? Will she feel that she answered honestly? She needs to truthfully answer that for herself. Lastly, what is at stake for Gateway Hospital? They might lose one of their administrators, and they might have to hire a new one to replace Troy. This can be a long, strenuous process. They might also have to reconsider their review process as well as their compensation policies. Kristen said that there's a lot of employees who routinely inflated expense reports in the past. Because of this, there might be employees feeling they're not getting compensated enough. They might feel that they know they won't get caught, so they're asking for more. So Gateway might need to reconsider their processes so they aren't having employees lie on these expense reports anymore. The next question is, what levers can you use to influence how Troy reacts to your position in this matter? Kristen could speak to other employees who have potentially been put in a similar situation. Like I said before, it was stated that there have been numerous employees in the past inflating their expense reports. So there is potential that there have been other employees put in situations like this one. Getting others' perspectives could give her new insight and new ideas on how she should respond. She could also confront Troy and ask for the truth, why he did what he did, or his side of the story. She could use this opportunity to explain to him that what he is doing is wrong, and that she was confronted by Joyce and asked to tell what she knew, and that she would have to respond to Joyce in some way. She could also emphasize that he is personally jeopardizing a lot. His reputation is on the line, his job is on the line. If he loses his job, his family's financial stability is on the line. Kristen could also convince Troy to look at the long-term effects of taking money from the hospital dishonestly. While it may seem like a good idea in the short term because it will help cover his costs, long term, there is much more effects than he may be considering. The last question is, what is your most powerful and persuasive response to the reasons and rationalizations you need to address? To whom should the argument be made? When and in what context? Kristen needs to approach Troy and give him the opportunity to explain his side first. She needs to dig deeper and deeper and get the full truth. She then needs to explain to him that she is going to go to Joyce with the information that she has. However, she is going to give Troy the first opportunity to speak to Joyce and explain to her himself, and then she will be going. She could also explain to Troy that her loyalty is to Gateway Hospital and not to him, and so she feels that her integrity is too important to her to jeopardize for him.